But I mean, that spoiling somebody's dropout has literally like been a thing. 'Cause I think even Pusha T did that shit to Drake whenever he was dropping the Adonis 11s, whatever the fuck, for his son. And then Pusha T said about it in the song, and he just didn't drop that shit.
Pusha T.
Yeah.
What the?
He had the way worse diss. Duppy was fire.
Uh,
No way now. No way we're going back to this conversation,
Duppy
man.
was
No
more
way.
fire than what was that shit
Duppy
called?
was
The
ass,
Black
man.
Princess. I don't even remember what the fuck the song was called that Pusha T dropped.
fuck.
The story of Adidon?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that song.
No way.
The
Bro, no
thing
way you
is,
said Duppy's better. No, as a diss?
Duppy is
No
way,
way.
way better as a song. Period.
As a song, maybe. Like obviously it's construed more as a song, but like as a diss, because they were going back and forth. Absolutely not.
All he did was say he had a son, and then he said that his friend was dying. That's not a diss. He's being an asshole.
look at you quiet.
Debatable.
Because he literally said, "Damn, 40 got cancer. Fuck, tick tick tick." Like nigga, what? What is wrong with you? That nigga on some other timing.
Good talk.
He dropped it.
What?
What up, Jess?
Gotta always just get quiet, man. I don't get it, bro. It's
What do you
defend.
mean? Jazz, which one do you like better?
I haven't listened to. The only thing I've heard from Duppy is the beat. I've heard, and then the only thing I know about the Playboy. Only about Pusha
Playboy.
T one is the him basically telling that man, like, the whole world, that man has a whole son. And that's why I always thought he won, but I didn't know he started talking about people having cancer. That's fucking insane.
Yes. I mean, I guess he won because he just said that he had a son, but like, who really lost in that situation? Drake got echelons more famous off of that song, and Pusha T ain't dropped the album since then. And the one that he
I know
did
he's,
drop was like lackluster.
I know he's dropping this year though.
No
Pusha T.
way.
Nobody
Bro,
gave a
you
damn about
thought
that Pusha album.
you thought
Nah,
that
fuck
shit was
with
lackluster? No way,
There
bro.
was like
That's
5 songs on there,
7, bro. 7. Each one is a banger.
and that was never Kanye was rolling out his whole label, and they were all ass because Kanye don't give a fuck about them niggas.
Damn.
No way.
I mean, I'm more excited for this new Pusha T album that's coming out than the one that just dropped.
Daytona, but Daytona was wasn't that like coveted? Like people were fucking with that
Yeah,
shit.
Daytona is like it came out I think in 2017. It's like one of the biggest 2018 or 2017, like one of the biggest albums of that time. It's just, and I mean, when you say like the other albums that he was trying to roll out with, I guess, good music, I think the only one I didn't like, like for real, was just Nas's album, just because it was definitely like, I mean, I guess you could say they were all rushed, but that one was definitely the most rushed out of all of them. I think it was the Tiana Taylor album. I really like that album. Kitsy Ghost is a 10 out of 10.
Uh,
Gay is a good album,
Did you say
and Pusha T.
yes, sir. That's,
No way.
Oh, I thought you said
It's me,
No.
Kanye, man. No way.
nah, I don't know about 10 out of 10, but Kitsy Ghost is good. But I know Taco's a huge Kid Cudi fan, so I'm not surprised.
Didn't he drop that with the "I'm bipolar and I'm proud," whatever that album's called?
I both what song is that?
No, that
It's on
Kanye
the album
album.
cover.
Yeah,
Oh.
The album cover. It's like, what is it?
I love being
Uh,
bipolar or something like that. Or I hate that I love. I don't know what the fuck that
Like,
shit
can you
is.
talk about how Kanye's like posting every single one of his like tweets and stuff right now, or his DMs on fucking Insta, IG, like we care? I don't get what's going on with that shit,
I
man. What's
mean,
going on?
so basically, Kim and North have a TikTok, and North is like 11 or 12 years old, and Kanye's like, "Why the fuck is this little ass kid allowed on TikTok?" So he's trying to go crazy and get her off of there, and there's like
But
a
the thing
whole
is,
argument starting.
But the thing is, the whole thing is like, he's not making any sense because she doesn't have her own TikTok. Like, she has it with her mom, Kim, or whatever, and it's called like Kim and North or some shit. But it's like literally strictly stated in the bio that Kim is running the account. Like, this account's run by an adult, and like Kim, like, manages the account and stuff like that, so that it's legal. Like, it's not bad or anything like that, and that's her
So
mom.
it
So
kind of
she's
goes
allowed.
into the same argument of the EDP guy that got banned off YouTube or whatever. He has another channel, but it's being run by somebody else, so it's just like surpassing the guideline,
What
but
the
it's
fuck?
still true. Yeah, like he's the host of the channel, but it's owned by somebody else, so he can't get banned anymore. So it's basically like this: like it's North's TikTok, but it's owned by Kim. Like every
I
video
think
on there is North's.
I think the problem, like around that whole situation, it wasn't like I mean, I guess like Kanye was like reposting like the terms of service for TikTok or whatever. Saying, "Oh, you have to be this age or else you're gonna be banned or whatever." I feel like for him, he was like saying another one of his messages. He was like that basically the problem that lies there with him is just that he doesn't want his daughter to be like out in the world like on social media and stuff like that. But Kim's okay with it, but he's not okay with it. That's basically how it is.
They have a whole reality
In
TV
that
show.
situation.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
she's already gonna be touching the world no matter what she does. Like if you're that famous, then it really doesn't matter. North can literally walk out the house and 5 paparazzi niggas will be standing there just waiting for her.
The thing is, like Kanye, like he uses his kids to his benefit all the time. Like he's literally like I remember like last year when he went, like I think it was like maybe not last year, but it was whenever he was running for president or something, and he went to some state, and it was that clip that was going on Twitter when he was like having like a manic episode, and he was like, oh, like Kim had my. He was gone. What did he say? He was talking like Kim like had my baby, but like tried to abort it, tried to kill my baby. Like he
What?
was he was going crazy on stage.
When was that?
Like
Oh, a couple of years ago.
yeah, like he says like he uses his kids for a lot of different stuff like to benefit him, like even in his music and like things like that. So I don't get like how like it's different now with just because like it's on TikTok.
Wait, so what has he been posting today?
Like he posted like
Yeah.
maybe 5 minutes before we started the thing. Like he's been posting like almost every single minute.
What is
Man,
he
Most like screenshots
saying?
and conversations and stuff like that. I got it pulled up right here. So he deleted them. I think it was on Instagram or maybe it's on his Twitter. But I was looking at because he was trending, and I saw like some of the tweets. I think it was a text conversation.
Oh, he
It
deleted.
was him. It was
Fuck.
between him and I think someone said it was Kim's cousin, and basically the whole conversation was about. Okay, so this is what it was posted. It says, "This is Kanye." Like I'm starting with Kanye's message. It's like halfway cut off, but it says, "Dragged into a dark world. Now my kids are getting dragged in." And then the other person, Kim's cousin, responds, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to upset you." Kanye says, "I'm not upset." And then the other, Kim's cousin's like, out of nowhere, it's just like, "Is it safe to buy Yeezys on StockX?
What
Andrew wants
the?
belugas. We'd love to see you and the kids soon." And then Kanye responds, "Don't ask me about Yeezys right now." And then like you see that he like, keeps typing, but it's like cut
That's
off.
just
But
so
it's just the
funny.
most
Why would they
random
ask
ass
him that?
shit. No way.
That's
Just
why
so
Kanye be so mad because niggas only be hitting him up for stupid shit.
like it
Yeah,
was
that's
so
like
funny.
He's having a whole breakdown and somebody said, should I get some belugas right now? Like, nigga, get the fuck out my phone. What are you talking about?
that's like another example of. I feel like a lot of the times. I mean, the criticism. I can't fucking speak. The criticisms against Kanye are definitely valid in a lot of places, but on the other hand, you just have to like, I guess not. I don't know if the right word is empathize or sympathize, but obviously here he's definitely clearly going through like a tough time and clearly going through like his own issues like mentally and like just whatever the case may be. He posted that text conversation to Instagram, and he's saying oh, like he's in a dark world now, like he doesn't want his kids dragged into it. And then that person's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and they hit him with the do you think it's a good idea to buy Yeezys on StockX? Like that's the most like, I don't know. It's just like disrespectful in that case. Obviously, Kanye just putting his information in like situation out in the world is not like a good thing. But at the other end of it, it's just like you know, it sucks that because of Kanye's like big status as like a big celebrity, like hip hop artist and thing like that, like a music legend, like it's easy to ridicule someone like that who's in the spotlight. But then I feel like that kind of diminishes the issues and maybe even like how other people feel who may have similar mental like issues or mental conditions like Kanye has. And I feel like yeah, that's like a lot of it. um I don't know if the right term is like lost in, not it's not lost in translation, but a lot of it is like being publicized, and a lot of it just being in the spotlight. So I feel like just that people are willing to take it as a joke and kind of like diminish it and just diminish his problems. And that's like I said, there's like two sides to the whole thing. And I feel like I just hope he's gets some kind of help, and like that situation,
You've been
obviously,
saying that
like
shit the
any
past
like
five
divorce
years.
situation. I know that, but it's just like, I mean, I was anybody, not just obviously like a celebrity like Kanye, just anyone who's going through any type of situation like that to get like the necessary help they need. But obviously, if someone doesn't want the help or someone doesn't want to get help, that's on them. So yeah,
He
I
said
obviously
a
just
lot of
always
times
wish
that
them the
like
best. Yeah.
not only does he not want the help, but he also doesn't care. Like he also denies that he needs help whatsoever. Like he just said that whenever he starts acting crazy like that, people only call him crazy because they want to silence him. Basically, it's like
Yeah.
anytime he's talking about his kids, anytime he's talking about his wife, people always say, "Oh no, it's Kanye being crazy again." Like he's really trying to be genuine and just talk. So I
I
don't know
think
if
it's
it's
just,
like
like, people only like, I guess, see him for like the more like crazy shit he said, or like the people that, I guess, the stuff they just disagree with. Like when he said like the whole like slavery was a choice, and like when he was wearing the "Make America Great Again" hat, was going like this like the whole Trump thing. Like people only really see him for stuff like that. So when he is like trying to be serious or trying to like actually talk about something, they just don't take him serious because it's like, well, you like last year you said this, or 2 years ago you said this, so it's like who cares? And like a lot of people just want music from him anyways. Like they don't really care. All they want is like a Donda 2 or Donda Deluxe or whatever. Like they. I mean that goes for any artist. They just really don't care about people's like actual problems. They like only care about uh like their art, whether it be like music or whatever. So I'm not surprised that people are like, because whenever you post this stuff, like I know a lot of YouTubers and like people on Twitter just be going crazy, just like tweeting about it, like making videos about it, like just like, well, what the fuck is Kanye talking about? Like, he's going crazy. Like, he needs to get into the studio. Like they just don't care.
Sean C.
Sean C, yeah,
I
but I
think
think
that's a
with
shot
Sean
that
C, like, I be watching his videos and his that's what I kind of get what his point is like he wants Kanye to how do I explain? I guess like he wants Kanye to be like more, I guess, like not do everything like. Well, I don't know about this situation. I just know, but when he was talking about the I think about the what's it called? Like him being on her being on TikTok and her he was like that's his mom, that's her mom, and like it's ran by an adult. It's kind of the same thing on YouTube, like that Ryan's toy review guy, where like like that's kind of his channel because like he's the one reviewing the toys, but his parents run everything, even
Yeah.
though he's like the main face of it. So it's kind of like that. So I kind of get what he was talking about right there. It's like stuff like that I get, but sometimes it's like other people just kind of be putting their 2 cents in, but it's really just bashing Kanye and not adding anything into the conversation. So I don't know.
Wait, so y'all really think Donna's gonna drop on the 22nd?
Absolutely not.
Fuck no.
So why are people getting hype about that shit?
As soon as he dropped that release date was the 22nd, February 22nd.
Yeah.
Damn. Now I know when the fuck he's not dropping that shit.
Yes, sir.
Do people not remember the fucking Donda when he rechanged the date 25 times?
That's exactly. Like Donda was supposed to come out like 2 years ago or something, like from when it came out. Like he was teasing that shit forever. Even for all of his albums. I even with Kids See Ghosts and all of them. Like he always like, oh, it's gonna come out right here, and then that shit won't come out for another smooth 3.5 years.
Wasn't there an album that just like never came out too? Like he released
Yeah,
that shit and like it just never dropped, and it's just a meme in the gay community. That shit just hasn't dropped yet.
so
Yeah, Yandi.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Where the fuck is it at?
No
I
titties.
mean, that shit never got an official release, but it's on all the songs that were supposed to be on Yandi are out, like compiled together, like on multiple YouTube videos on YouTube. Like it's been there since like this is 2022. It's been there since like 2018. It was
Damn.
supposed to come out, I think 2017 or something like that, or 2018. But I think since like the end of 2018, it's like all the links have been on YouTube, and it honestly it is a like a really good album in comparison to what he did drop that year. Jesus is King. Like it's eons better than that, but
Oh yeah.
it was basically like a Yeezus too, and I fuck with Yeezus. I know a lot of people don't fuck with Yeezus, but I fuck with Yeezus.
So you're saying this man dropped mid that year, but then he had a whole banger in the cut?
Absolutely, bro. Have you ever heard New Body?
No, sir.
I feel like I have heard
Bro,
that
new
before.
new body is Kanye, Nicki, and I forgot who else. It's a no Ty Dolla $ign. It is a banger, bro.
Oh shit.
Absolute banger.
Yeah, I feel like for some reason I've heard maybe like a leak on YouTube or some shit. I remember Kanye and Nicki doing some song together. I forgot what the fuck it was though.
So
Yeah,
Kanye over here having like just fire ass unreleased albums, but had the audacity to give us Jesus as King. I don't get it,
you
man.
got to think like Kanye is probably just in the studio constantly making music and shit. So he probably has like just 35 albums just in the tuck sitting there.
Sure.
And then when I'm pretty sure he's a perfectionist. So whenever he comes to want to release something like a Yandi, he'll say it's gonna drop, and then he realizes that the 808s or some shit are messed up and just never release it.
Damn. Is it really just like that for people like who are musicians? Like it takes one thing for like I'm not even dropping this shit no more.
Perfectionist, yeah. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's why Kendrick hasn't dropped yet.
Hmm.
It's like they want every single like nook and cranny to be perfect on that shit, and then they feel like it's not, so it just won't ever come out.
I feel like and I think in Kendrick's case, he definitely has had. He had an album ready to drop. I think by 2020, because usually, Kendrick has dropped in the past like a project, if not an album, and like he's involved in another project every single year for like I don't know the past few years. So he dropped Good Kid, Mad City in 2012, and then in 2013, I don't think he dropped anything. 2015 is when he dropped his next album, To Pimp a Butterfly. 2016 is when he dropped um what was it? I think it was all Untitled Unmastered. 2017 was Damn. 2018 was the Black Panther album, and since then we haven't had shit. But like I said, he definitely finished an album for 2020. Just actually just for some reason never released. But um, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, like any other Kendrick fan out there, I'm a big ass Kendrick fan, and I feel like when you have somebody like J. Cole like dropping, like I think J. Cole has dropped maybe one, two, maybe three albums since Kendrick last dropped, and I'm only comparing the two because obviously they're one of the greatest in the game right now. Well, just in general too, but it's I feel like for the longest time I was like a J. Cole hater. I guess you could say it, but he's really like the three albums that he's put out since Damn has dropped is really like put me on to like okay wow like I should actually take J. Cole seriously and things like that, or even more serious than I already did before. And I feel like Kendrick just has some catching up to do, just because J. Cole on those three albums, even though they weren't perfect by any means, he definitely has, I would say, at least progressed a little bit each time, as far as like writing skills and everything like that. So I feel like Kendrick does have a little way to go to really catch up and to really get into this state of hip hop as we are right now. But like I said, who knows when that's gonna come out? Apparently, the rumor is he's dropping this month for the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Since he's
Mm.
co-headlining the Super Bowl next week with Mary J. Blige, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Eminem. So those four. So it's gonna be all five of them. Quick ass, like minute and a half a song each person, because you got to divide into 15 minutes. I'm looking forward to that. Kendrick album is for sure not dropping, but I'm hopeful that it will drop this month.
I think it will for
I
sure.
don't think that nigga dropping this month.
No
I
way.
mean, he already has a whole bunch of songs he can perform for the Super Bowl. He don't need a new album.
Nah, but why do you put that timer thing on his website or whatever?
What is the timer at?
Like when they calculated it, it said it was gonna be this month, like February like 28th or whatever.
Oh, well, I have no idea then. I mean, I forgot he even did that shit, honestly, but we'll
Yeah.
see. I doubt that he drops the album and then performs the songs from that album on the Super Bowl. Like, how many more days is the timer at? The Super Bowl is like, what, next week? 2 weeks?
Next week.
Next week? Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You might be right. Yeah.
It's just like,
Huh.
I don't understand why he go perform music that just came out like days before the Super Bowl that nobody knows, nobody can rap along with, nobody can sing with. Like, if he goes in there and performs all right, then everybody knows and everybody will be hype about that
Yeah.
shit.
True.
I don't know. I know I am waiting for the new Roddy Ricch album though, 1000%.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Why?
Why? What? Why though? Why are y'all hating on that nigga? What did he do?
I'm not hating, bro.
What?
Nah, that's not hating. I'm just saying I'm not looking forward to that. I mean,
There's
if you're
nothing
looking
wrong
So
with
forward,
he has
Robbie.
no more cred then?
no, I'm not saying I'm not saying that, but like he just got to put in the work, because his last album that he just put out, I think it was last year. I don't know if it was like a surprise drop or
It
something,
was
but
like, wasn't it like a couple weeks ago?
Nah, it was
nah,
like,
it was like a month ago.
yeah,
Really?
But
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
shit!
Live, love,
nah, but
fast, or whatever.
I thought this shit
that
came
shit
out
low
like
key,
January.
that shit low key was not it. And I know he did catch a lot of flack for that, and especially I think he was just trending, I think yesterday, because apparently there was obviously some artists sometimes put out like a leak, or not leaks, but like demos or like sneak peeks at their new music and stuff coming up. But what Roddy had did is so he put that out. He was basically I think he was like, oh, what are y'all feeling? Are you feeling this? Whatever, blah blah blah. And not a single person in the world felt it. Like everyone said that shit was ass.
Deleted
Everyone's
his
saying that
Instagram.
Yeah,
he
it's sad.
deleted his Instagram, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, I think I gotta work harder or something like that." And then it's just like, I do feel bad for him though because like people just obliterated him for that. I honestly listen. I'm just overall not like a genuine like fan of Roddy Ricch. I have listened to his album. What is it? I think it's "Forgive Me if I'm Antisocial." That's the
Yeah,
one that had the box on it. And I did listen to his last one. His last one was not good. The first one was decent. It was like a decent. Pretty sure that was his first album.
I
So that
like
was a
that
good.
one for
Yeah,
sure.
it's a decent album. Um, but yeah, he just has to put in the work in, and like I feel bad because you can tell that like anybody if you're even if you're an artist who's very popular, Roddy Ricch is not like in super like he's mainstream, but he's not like super mainstream like a J Cole or like a Kendrick or a Drake.
Yeah,
But I do kind of feel bad for him because they have this so much pressure on their hands and there's so much to live up to. If you have a hit commercial song like the box, obviously people are gonna you know, try to put every single song, every single project that you release post that big blowout a success hit. They're gonna want more. They're gonna want better than that. And I feel like the box is such a great song that to anybody it would be hard to follow up with. But in this case, I do wish him luck because people are ruthless.
Didn't he retire? Didn't
No
that didn't
way.
that didn't that
What?
Instagram story say? I guess I'm a flop. Fuck y'all then.
Damn. I don't remember. Nah, I didn't remember reading that. I only caught up to the story up until before he responded. I guess.
Yeah, he said,
nah,
I
it's
guess I am a flop. Fuck.
crazy.
Because he was trending all day yesterday of niggas saying that he sucked. Like, there's a bunch of lists that was saying top 5 rappers that were really good and now they're trash or some shit. And they had, like, him, Chance, Polo G. I think the baby was on there. Like, why? How is he on that list off of one bad single? Was the album that bad? I didn't listen to it.
What's it called? You talking about the last one, like Live,
Yeah, the
Love, Fast?
newest one. Yeah.
So his last album was just, I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like it was just mid. Like it was just straight down the middle. Like that doesn't mean it was bad because people act like mid means like it's trash.
Yeah,
If it's
mid.
trash, you just call it
Yeah.
trash.
The
Not
definition
trash.
of mid is changed. Like, isn't mid for weed just mean like, yeah, it's cool, it's average? Like, how
Yeah,
did mid become
It is
just
like
trash?
yeah.
like it's cool, but I guess because like Taco said, like he has so much, I guess like on his like pressure on his back to like really put out like a really good album after not even an album, but like just a box, like a song that could like I guess challenge that, but like we said, like the box was a crazy ass song. It had Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez like crying to their fans to just please play our music, please. We gotta beat this black man. Like they were pissed. Like that's
Oh
how
Oh,
good.
I
my
remember that.
god!
That's what they were like. Those people were
Actually,
racist as hell.
No,
They
it
were
had
pissed.
Justin Bieber like post something like, "Guys, I really don't ask much of you, but please go stream so I can get the top best-selling album." Like, nigga,
They
shut
were,
your ass. They're going
absolutely the fuck
crazy over
not.
this song.
they told like they were like even when you're sleeping, just play it in the back. Like they were going.
Yeah. Why would they do it? I mean, it's hard to come back from, but I mean, we've seen it done before because Lil Nas' album wasn't trash, and he had the biggest song ever in history, and his album is actually pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Like he did his thing. Like, I just don't know why they can't go do their thing. Like Roddy should have when he posted that snippet and started getting backlash. Roddy should have been like, y'all not fucking with this. All right, let me get back in the studio.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Like
all it is.
I hate the niggas can't take critique. Well, I mean, that wasn't critique. That was just bullying at that point. But the thing is, like, when you become that big, you have to look at all bullying as critique. Like, okay, if they don't like this, then I'll go rechange the sound and then going back in the studio. Like, you can't afford to have feelings that cost you your career when you're that big.
Yeah.
Even when you're growing to get that big, you can't. I mean, like I say all the time, like if you have to have hard skin to do anything in content like that. Because, like, people are going to make fun of anything. And if they see one person making fun of you, they'll start and there'll be a big-ass snowball. Then you're trending getting made fun of. Like, you have to have tough skin. You have to.
Yeah, because he had like nip it in the butt as soon as it happened. He fed into it. He's like, oh, okay, let me delete my picture.
Now they're memeing him saying, oh, I guess I am a flop. Because now niggas gonna read that and start laughing even more.
Nah, bro, you just said that, we're laughing our asses up right now.
Exactly.
That's the thing about like bullying and everything. It's just like if you give the bullies like the satisfaction and that this shit is like what the people are doing is affecting you, then people are gonna do that shit even more. Just matter of fact, he should have just not said anything. He should have not deleted his Instagram. Obviously, you know, I understand people take things differently, but he should have just, you know, ignored them, went hard ass shit in the studio, come back with a massive ass song, or like get like a feature for that song, or come back even harder so people shut the fuck up. But I mean, I get it. He's not. He's at the end of the day, he's just another person. So we all take things differently.
Yeah, that's true. I just was like, you got to just joke around about those sort of things. Like, if you see somebody, just a whole bunch of people making fun of it, just like tweet something like, oh, some type of joke. I'm not a rapper, so I don't know what the fuck you could even tweet in that fucking scenario. But I don't know. Like, he should have definitely operated different. Like, once you delete your Instagram, the trolls literally have won. And now you're going to be talked about by niggas like us for the rest of, like, the week.
Nigga went on everything, and he deleted everything, and like anything was like he was bashing himself. Like that shit was crazy off of a snippet.
Wait, what was he saying? Like, what was he bashing himself?
On his IG story, he was like, "I guess I am a flop. Like I guess I do suck." And
why did he keep saying that?
Then he posted the one where like he posted a thing with like with the piece on like I'm out of here, peace. I think he did retire low key because he was so serious for real. He was like, I'm out of here.
No way. He said peace.
Yes, bro. He said he put the peace sign emoji and that was it. Like he just deleted his shit. It's just wild.
Jesus Christ! I wish I could see all this stuff that he was sharing. But yeah, like you lose when you start doing that shit.
I don't know how it became such a big. All you have to do is be like, all right, let me get back in the studio. Then so you're not fucking with. Like, it's really that's all it really is. Like, bro, I guess like after his last album and how it didn't do too good, and then I guess like I don't know, it's just been weighing on his mind. I guess. But look at all these tweets just disrespecting this nigga, man. Look at this shit.
What did they say?
That Chance the Rapper the Baby one has 20,000 likes. Roddy Ricch might have fallen off harder than Chance the Rapper. Like Jesus Christ!
Damn,
like,
what the
Chance didn't even fall off. He's dropped like you should be like afforded to drop at least one bad album. If you drop two back to back, then it's like okay, yeah, bro, maybe you need to stop and you had a one hit wonder. But like if you drop one bad album off of like the biggest song in the world, like you have high expectations.
Guess I'm a flop now. Shit, crazy. And then you put a piece on. Oh, hey,
bro, you can't say that. You have to joke about it.
This nigga going crazy. Not everyone in the comments. I love Live Fast. I loved it actually. Like none y'all niggas.
It's the same thing that you did with fucking Andrew Garfield. Not everybody's just an avid, amazing Spider-Man fan. Have y'all seen those shits? Like they're literally taking the clips from that movie, just like no, because you were liking it before it came out.
No. I was so I didn't like Andrew at all.
He put
for, all these years, but I rewatched the whole Spider-Man series, like all the movies up until Far From Home with my parents in December before No Way Home came out. And so after watching the Andrew ones, like even before obviously watching No Way Home, I was like, yo, I really doubted this man for all this time, but shit is kind of wavy. It's very wavy. It's just like I feel like Andrew Garfield was the best Peter Parker in this case.
What?
No,
I think he's the best Peter Parker. Was
How
it the
did you
best
say
Peter
no
Parker or
like
Spider-Man?
that?
Nigga,
I don't know, bro.
We've already discussed this. Toby is the best Peter. Toby is easily the best Peter. Andrew's the best Spider-Man. Like he acts like
Oh,
a
okay,
spider.
yeah. My fault,
And
my
then
fault.
and then Tom is like the best of both worlds. Like he's not like best in
Yeah.
the one or the other, but
I
he's like
probably got that shit confused for some reason.
This
But
nigga
yeah,
said
no,
he's
no, no.
Nah,
Yeah, I
Tom the
get
best
it.
Spider-Man now.
Absolutely the fuck not.
How?
like no like
He's
this
good. He's
next
great. He's you know. Listen, I'll put it like this. He's not the absolute best, but I feel like by
he's a
now
comedian. He's a
they're
comedian.
all on par with each other. Like especially
No
Tom.
sir.
Like, and that's a big feat for Tom. I think they're all on par with each other.
No sir.
Wait, so what, do you still have Andrew as the best Spider-Man, Jez?
Yeah.
So what do you
Right
have
now,
Tom as? The best of what?
No, like I said, Tom is the best overall. Like he takes a good mixture of both Spider-Man and Peter
So
Parker.
how
But
could he be the best Spider-Man and Peter Parker, but he's not the best Spider-Man? What do you mean?
I think he's the best overall. Like for example, it's like someone in basketball being the best, like the best attacker and then the best defender, but then someone else is the best at kind of doing both of them. Like he's like, because for example, for Toby, like his Peter is great, but his Spider-Man's kind of lackluster if we're comparing it to the rest of them. And then for Andrew, his Peter was dumb as hell. Like what? There's so many parts where he just exposed himself that
skateboarding.
Exactly. This man, there's that one part where he fucking broke the. Yeah, I think he put like a dent in like the freaking field goal post.
Yeah.
I think that was dumb as hell.
He shattered the
a-
basketball goal, and like there's that one scene where you like switch accents 12 times.
That man was-
I remember
He's like,
this
I'm
shit.
Spider-Woman or man. Like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Nah, but he's a great Spider-Man. But Tom is a good. Like, he's good at both. He doesn't excel, at least not yet. But he's good at both. But that last No Way Home, like that really set him up.
Yeah.
This next three movies, if it's done well, and you know by the end of it, I feel like they're probably gonna give him miles and like have him mentor him like the very end. It's about to be wavy as hell.
So who had the best fight as Spider-Man? Y'all don't agree that he had the best fight as Spider-Man with Green Goblin? Tom?
At the end,
Yeah.
that shit was
Nah,
wavy. I mean, Toby came in and made that shit even like 10 times better.
No, he did not.
It's, he
Nigga
stopped
got
that-
shanked.
The best, I feel like the best
should've
fight
died right
Tom Holland
there.
has had is like not at the very end of the movie, but when he's like in the apartment scene, like when he's like fucking dragging Goblin through the three floors of the whole building. That shit was wavy. Like, you know, it's straight from the video game, the PS4 video game.
Yeah.
That was honestly my favorite fight out of all the Tom Holland movies because Goblin was whooping ass. Like fucking
That
what the
was
fuck was out
fucking
here, man?
terrifying.
No, but like, what's y'all's favorite fight out of all of them?
Like in that one movie, or like
all movies, all Spider-Man movies.
Oh
That
shit!
one.
That one? All right. What about you, Jay?
Yeah, it probably gotta be. That one was good too. Yeah.
'Cause all the other fights are low-key lackluster if you think about it. At least in my opinion.
I like the one versus Doctor Strange. That shit was cool. Like it was like they were all going through things, but then meant geometry.
That shit was bullshit.
Oh my god.
Oh, y'all gotta realize that
Wait.
if he was trying to kill Peter, that shit would have been bent over. He wasn't trying to kill that.
Yeah,
nigga.
like, why do y'all keep saying he got nerfed? He was just chilling.
Y'all niggas don't. Y'all just be saying whatever. This man's
Jazz, are
hand
you
was like,
good?
What?
Are you alright?
yeah, fine.
It's like he like snapping.
Yeah.
He said he was the best Peter. You were like, no, nigga. Like, are you good?
I'm just saying because y'all like it makes like because why was Pan like as soon as the movie done Pan we all were in here talking Pan's like man I can't believe they fucking nerfed my favorite character man it's some bullshit like bro if he wasn't trying to kill him he was chilling. If you know, we all know that if he was being dead serious, that man Spider-Man would have been dead, or at least it would have been. It wouldn't have ended like that, where him just getting trapped in there. And why was he trapped in there for? That's the bullshit. Why was he trapped in there for like 6 hours, or like a whole day, or whatever the fuck? That's the real bullshit. He should have been out of that bitch. I feel like that's his own world. How do you get trapped in there? Makes no sense.
Yeah,
But like him not killing, him not being Tom that's not bullshit. But him being trapped in there for the whole movie, that's absolutely bullshit.
I mean, it was only like 3 hours.
No, bro. He said he was hanging out. You said he was hanging from that Grand Canyon for 12 hours.
He said that?
Yeah, so when he came back, that's why he was so pissed. He was about to start deleting niggas.
Maybe, I don't know. What was he like? Was he stuck in web?
I mean,
I
I
forgot
guess,
what
but
it
like you
was.
tell me
Yeah.
you can't like just remove that and then leave his own world.
Shit, I don't
It
know, bro.
doesn't make sense.
The web's kind of strong. I ain't gonna hold you.
The only thing I can think of is that I think because he took Tom took his what's it called took his like ring thing and gave it to Ned. So maybe
His
that's
ass had to like fly back. He couldn't teleport.
that might be why. Yeah, because I didn't know they brought him back right when they opened the circle and then he walked in like oh there so yeah I guess yeah. But
I
even
mean,
then it's like I guess yeah that makes sense.
and I don't even think he had his cape, so he probably have to walk back to fucking New York from
Uh,
Arizona.
Damn.
That nigga was so mad when he came out that portal, man.
Hell yeah, of course. He got beat by a little 15-year-old. I'd be mad as
Uh,
shit too.
that shit is so fucking wavy, man. Nah, but Green Goblin for sure. I need that man to play the Joker, bro. Please, man, make it happen. Please, man.
Nah, I'd probably want the guy that played the original Flash Thompson in Spider-Man to play Green Goblin. He'd be kind of wavy.
Original Flat. Who the fuck are you talking about?
What? Wait. The one in Raimi? The one from Raimi?
Yeah, he'd be a wavy
Bro,
Joker.
that buff ass, like, ass from Danny Phantom looking ass.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely
way.
not.
That's
Absolutely
why I
not.
got as the best fight.
What?
What do you mean? That was a wavy fight.
Oh, man.
Remember the part when he
no.
saw the fly? When he saw the fly.
I probably gotta be. joking, bro.
What do you mean? No.
Are you serious? Are you dead ass?
He did a
Nah,
backflip.
he's just yanking our chain, yanking our
Fucking
chain.
What are you talking about, bro? Y'all didn't think that fight was wavy? He did a backflip.
What the fuck?
No, bro. No, man.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
Paul,
Somebody
you got whatchamacallit. Ain't no way to say
Somebody
that's the
introduced Joe Rogan. Somebody introduced Joe Rogan.
best. Bro, I'm fuck Joe Rogan. That's racist bastard.
Why? What did he do? He's chilling.
I didn't even watch his apology video. That shit just look fucking comedic at
That
best.
shit was ass.
All
Trying to
right.
fight ass with the fucking diarrhea.
I
Anyways,
just want y'all to realize that whenever Apollo's wrong, he tried to switch the topic. And letting y'all know.
Bro, nobody give a fuck about that fuck ass fight.
damn. What about
I don't even know the actor's name.
Wait, man. Yeah, but nah, Joe Rogan, he a bitch ass nigga. I want that nigga to see me for real.
Jez, you know the story? I feel like you've never introduced a storyline before. You want to do it?
Bro, I did not watch that dumbass man. I turned on the apology video and I turned that shit right back off. I was
Yeah, but
like,
what is he apologizing for, bro? What did he do?
I don't even know. I just know he said some
way.
racist. He said some racist shit. I'm not gonna. That's all I needed to know.
All right,
Introduce
Taco,
the
take it
story.
away, bro. Taco, take it.
Hey, last.
Okay.
So what had happened was so basically a few days ago, so today's Sunday, so maybe like around Thursday or maybe Friday. So what happened is on Twitter, something released. It was a video compilation of Joe Rogan, throughout all the years, maybe 10, 15 years of his podcasts and just videos and stuff, or just projects he's been a part of. It's just been him, a compilation of him saying the N-word. And when I say saying the N-word, I mean like hard R in every single one of them.
Hey,
I
yo.
don't think in
Yeah,
any
crazy
single one
hard
he
R.
said like, he said he didn't say the hard R. So it was like 4 minutes of video of just like clips. Like it would show like 2 seconds of the clip before he said the word and then the word. So you have to factor that in for a full ass 4 minutes. That's like probably over 50 times. Anyways, so that video was going around. Everybody obviously was trying to cancel him, stuff like that. So he put out an apology and it was basically like, oh, I'm so sorry to those I've offended, And can I just say, apologies that say, I'm sorry to those I offended means fuck you. You're a lame ass motherfucking bitch for being offended. I'm not sorry. That's just saying I'm sorry that you got offended. I'm not sorry for what I said. I'm sorry that you got offended. People don't realize that's not even an apology. That's just saying, fuck you. But anyways, he said that, and it was like I didn't even watch the full video. I just watched like 30 seconds of it. And honestly, because by the first 30 seconds of any type of apology video like that, you're going to know how the video is going to play out for the next few minutes or so. So I just needed 30 seconds. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to even waste my time because it's Joe Rogan. So he's just going to keep doing what he's doing, get the same money he's getting, doing his thing, Spotify paying him and stuff like that. And everybody's going to go about their day. But he was saying on some bullshit like, "Oh, I'm sorry to those I offended." So he was saying all that, but on behind the scenes, Spotify has been removing. It has removed. I think it was around 50 or 70 of the Joe Rogan
Yeah, it was like
podcast
50
episodes
something.
from their platform,
Yeah.
and apparently each one of those were episodes where he used either the hard R or another slur in it. So
What?
you just have to think about that. It's just like, I mean, hey
Why was
man.
it even up? See, this is
I,
what I'm talking about. Like these companies just love promoting bullshit. Like what? Like how? Like Fresh and Fit. We already know about these dumbass niggas. But you're telling me that they had whole racial slurs that's on their website. They were just chilling. They didn't care until he got exposed. So now we should take it down. Now we should try to like cover our asses. Like bro, what?
yeah,
That's
why
just so.
did the thing is like I'm sure that he knew that shit was up there. You don't forget what the fuck you said in life, especially because like that video was like 3 minutes long. Like I reacted to it, and like he was saying crazy shit on there. He was like, "Yeah, if they do deserve to be anything, it's the N word." But he actually said the hard R. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like he was saying just wild, outlandish. Like he like actually might be fucking racist. Like
What
the
do you mean
fact that
my?
you said what?
What do you mean my? That man is racist.
Oh well, yeah, he is racist then. I mean, either way, like, why the fuck didn't he take that shit down sooner? Like, why are they waiting until just now to take it down?
Oh my god, that's what's so annoying about like that's why I don't take a that's why I didn't even watch the apology video because like you're only apologizing because you got caught. People like if for example like people who come out by themselves like unprovoked and be like okay when I was like this old and I said this and like I know I didn't know it was wrong at the time but now I do. I just want to like just be transparent. I can respect people like that, but like when you get caught and then it's like oh well I'm sorry for like how Taco said. I'm sorry that y'all got offended. Like, I didn't mean it. Bro, like it's corny because you're only saying this now that you got caught. Like, if he came out and said it by himself without I still don't fuck with Joe Rogan anyways. But if he did that, then at least I can have a little bit more respect for him. But nah, that shit corny.
I mean, this is just play devil's advocate a little bit. I know it's probably the wrong subject to play devil's advocate on, but like, has this shit like been lining up too much, a little bit too accurately? Like, we've had 3 Joe Rogan weeks where something bad has happened to him. Like, could this be like a smear campaign or anything? Because like this is like
But ooh,
consecutive. I mean, I feel like we talked about Joe Rogan like the past 3 weeks, like something
but
all about different topics.
who's trying to smear him though? Like you think like
The
Spotify?
nigga, I mean, he's constantly talking about the Kovac and how like
Okay.
how is that I don't know what the fuck he's saying, but it feels like he's against it. And now we just have 3 consecutive weeks of people trying to cancel Joe Rogan over something different.
But
Man, I
you
mean,
say he's making like ample bank off it still.
yeah, but I mean, there's still always a chance. I mean, like look at how the situations keep getting worse and worse, right? Like
True.
first it was that I forgot what the fuck the first one was, but something happened a couple weeks ago where we talked about it. Then it was about him like possibly being wrong about everything that he said about the Kovac, and now it's that he said the N word a long time ago, but like consecutive times. Like who the fuck? This video just dropped like 2 days ago. Like that shit came out like February 5th or something, or February 4th or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Like how has nobody been known about that? Why is the video just now dropping out of nowhere a week after we just got done talking about the vac shit?
I feel like I mean, yeah, there's definitely now that you mention it, I guess I kind of like see it now. There's definitely something going on. It's just I don't know if it's like him like I don't know. I didn't check out that account. I did see the video itself. Like the first like minute or two of that video, the compilation, him just saying the N word the whole time. But I didn't check if that was a new account or that if that video has been up for a while. Because a lot of these celebrities and stuff, they just be obviously just orchestrating all these viral things, um, just to maybe promote something that is coming up. Because look, if you think about it, Joe Rogan, obviously he's on tape, on recording, saying hard R, saying a whole bunch of shit for the past 15, 20 years, and he knows himself that he's not going to be able to be canceled because obviously he's Joe Rogan. He gets like a hella fans, and it's impossible to cancel someone like that. So I don't think that would ever happen. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't even he thinks he knows rather that he can't be canceled. So it could have been like an orchestrated thing. Maybe like he just had his people gather that shit around and post it. knowing that obviously there's going to be outrage, he's going to have the spotlight after having the spotlight with the whole, anti-Kovac shit. Um, and yeah, I feel like something's up. I mean, I do feel like something's up. I feel like he could be planning something. I feel like it could be people planning stuff for him. Who knows?
I don't know. I just realized a lot of this stuff is lined up. Whether he's planning something or like somebody's out there trying to get fucking rid of his how big he is. I don't know, but this shit, like if something happens next week, it'll kind of confirm it because it just feels like 3 weeks back to back we've been talking about something that he did, and it was all different stuff that we have to talk about, of course, because it's huge. It's all huge stuff.
If he dropped something like Taco said, like what would he even drop though? Like a documentary?
Like a comedy special, maybe announcing a tour or something.
Yeah, it could either be that or like I don't know, maybe the government's doing some shit to try to get them the fuck up out of here. Because if you think about it, like his voice is like, there's only like certain celebrities whose voice like can echo how big the government is. You got like Joe Rogan, Kanye, Dave Chappelle's getting there if he's not already there. There's just certain celebrities that can kind of like turn the course of America if they really wanted to. Like if Kanye actually ran for president and wasn't just like memeing whatever the fuck he was doing last year and like, hey, yeah, look, y'all vote for me and do this shit, I genuinely believe he'd actually win that shit.
People are saying that he's gonna do that in the next election. Like actually, yeah, he probably actually would. Like if he actually does try, like you said, he probably has it in the bag. Because at this point, like besides Trump, I don't know who is taking that shit home. To be honest,
No, if Trump wins, he's winning regardless.
I honestly, I know we're saying this almost like every week, but I don't think Trump is going to win again. He's gonna keep saying like, I mean, not win again, because if he does run, he's gonna win. I don't think he's gonna officially run again. But he's gonna keep saying it's like, oh, 2024 is coming up, blah blah blah. He's never gonna officially announce he's running for president. Everybody's just gonna assume that he is, and it's gonna be a whole fucking debacle. Just mark my words, because I feel like the presidency has done him enough, like fucking stress. Like obviously having that power is great, and he knows he'd win too. Everybody knows that he'd win if he runs again against Biden. It would have to be Trump versus like The Rock for the Democrat to like actually get anywhere near beating him in that year. The only reason, and this is like, I don't want to I don't want to say scientifically proven, but this is like proven, like out of like based off of many historians, based off of like a lot of stuff, statistics and everything. Like there's just something that I learned specifically also because I studied politics and political science and stuff in school because I graduated from that last year. There's this whole thing called I forget exactly what it's called, but it's called like, incumbency fatigue or something like that. So basically, what that means is by the end of a president's first term, like the American people, depending obviously on how the first term went and everything like that, they're gonna be kind of tired and inclined to maybe not vote as much for that said president or said person. So they're gonna kind of like stick this one out. So in cases like that, where it's like first term like incumbency fatigue or whatever, by the end of the first term, the presidency, obviously, if you have someone like Trump, we're in a very polarizing time. So, and plus we had like the whole pandemic happen at the same time that the election happened. Election was happening. Obviously, people were like super inclined to vote, super inclined to like get him the fuck out of here. And that's not to say that in this case Republicans didn't like show out to vote, because for both sides, for Democrats and Republicans, each candidate had the most votes out of any single presidential election ever in history. Now, it was a big thing because everyone was talking about like Joe Biden. Like Joe Biden is the most voted president in U.S. history. But you got to think, on the other hand, even though Trump lost, he was the second most voted person in history because he got the second most votes. And when it comes to that, you can kind of share the same thing on about Biden. I think by the end of his first term, so by the end of his first term, 2024, he's going to be about, I think he's going to be like 81 or something like that, Biden. And I doubt he's going to run again. He might say he's going to run again right now. He's not going to run again. Kamala Harris has zero chance of winning any single state in the primaries. She's going to get whooped in the primaries by whoever it may be. People are going to be like, oh, wow, how could this happen? Bro, this shit is super inevitable since like 3 years ago that Biden announced that Kamala was going to be the vice president. I saw that shit coming from a mile away. Now, like I said, that is going to be the reason why Biden loses or the Democrat loses, because even if Trump doesn't win, the next Republican coming in is going to win by landslide, and if Trump does run, he is going to win by a super landslide, unless it's someone like I said, like The Rock or someone super fucking famous, like I don't know, like like just a random ass celebrity like that everybody approves of, like Kevin Hart or something. I wouldn't even say Kevin
Kevin
Hart, but
Hart.
someone super famous, someone super like recognizable. So maybe Eminem versus Trump. Who the fuck knows? But like I said, no matter what, we're fucked. So
But I mean,
Jeez.
as a politics person, like who do you think? Who would you think? Like, if this person ran, I would vote for them for sure.
um, it's very hard to say because I personally am like a supporter of more or less the ideals that someone like Bernie Sanders has. Like a lot
Mhm.
of his stuff, like when it comes to more based on like social politics and things like that, like um, helping out people, more like on like socialistic, I guess, kind of ideology, more so against like big corporations and stuff like that. As opposed to like big, corporatists like Democrats and things and people like that. But if there is a person that I would say, like, realistically, of course, not like some big ass celebrity, that would run, who I would support, or maybe not even support, but maybe I would just probably vote for. Um, he could have a chance because I would say he is probably going to be the new face of what like Democrats are going to want to be, even though right now that person that they want to be like their mascot in the future for the next 20 years is Pete Buttigieg. But Pete Buttigieg literally had 0% support among black voters and had like 5% among Hispanic voters. He had zero like people of color supporting him at all in the primaries when he was running. Why do they want to make him the mascot of the Democratic Party? Who knows? But the thing is, Democrats and Republicans love fucking themselves up for no other reason. And just, I mean, some of them, obviously, but a lot of them, some of them are, actually want to do change and actually want to fix shit happening. But, anyways, long story short, I keep rambling, but I feel like the person that would be, I guess, the middle ground or would be like closest to what I would be looking for in someone like that to run would be John Ossoff. So John Ossoff, he's U.S. Senator of Georgia. He's one of them. And the other one is Raphael Warnock. So they're both U.S. Senators of Georgia. John Ossoff is like probably the best like we're gonna get probably from the Democrats ever, just because a lot of his. I mean, he does have obviously like more like what's the word? I keep forgetting the word, but more so like in the middle or like closer to centrist policies. But he has supported a lot of more like socially liberal like programs and things like that, and especially when it comes to wanting to ban like stock trading in Congress and things like that. He's been a big pusher of that recently, and obviously they don't, not even the Democrats want it because they all get all the information needed to fix fuck shit around with the stocks, to know what to pull out of, know what to invest before it happens, before it's released to the public. So he wants to get that banned in Congress, which I think is great. And I know some others want that as well. But I feel like if it was anybody that were to run, who I guess would have my vote, realistically, of course, it's not somebody like Bernie Sanders, because somebody like Bernie Sanders running, um, they're just going to be tarnished by the media the whole time and not even get a fair chance. And the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, is going to fuck them over like they did Bernie in 2016. So that's never going to happen. But like I said, John Ossoff would have my vote, and I wouldn't necessarily support him all the way 100% because obviously no politician is perfect and you shouldn't idolize celebrities, politicians, or anyone like that. But I feel like he is probably the most realistic candidate that would align with my views, would align most with my views out of any other candidate that they could run as well. Um, so yeah, John Ossoff, U.S. Senator of Georgia. That's the guy.
Well, hopefully this country doesn't get any more fucked than it already is. I mean, we'll see within the next couple of years. We still got 2 more years until maybe. I mean, I really doubt Joe wins either way. Because, like, people have already, start. Like, once people get a narrative on you, it's hard to get that shit off. Like, now the narrative that Joe does literally nothing. And, like, nobody likes researching anything these days. So, that's basically what he is now. Just somebody that does nothing in the office.
I mean, he doesn't. He already lost the black vote anyways, because the way like what he say recently about uh he said something about uh, like like
Talking about
therapy
the
or
George
something.
Floyd thing.
Was it maybe he was just talking about that. He was talking about like how cops are the ones that need like mental therapy or something like that. Not the people.
What?
I sent the clip to you, and I remember you responding like, "Oh yeah, he's fucked." But I just forgot exactly what he said. But like even before that, he said another thing that pissed off black people, and then he said that was like people like, "Yeah, I don't know why we voted for them." That's why I don't vote at all because like Taco said, like all these politicians are all really just the same person, just different skin, and like some might be better than the others, quote unquote, or like the lesser of two evils, but like they're both still evil at the end of the day. And that man Joe, like whether he's doing something or not doing something, I know he doesn't have black people or just like I guess black issues at the. I'm not saying it has to be the only thing he's talking about. Obviously, I'm not that dumb, but I'm just saying like he doesn't give a fuck about black people. But I'm not surprised. So I mean, I'm not voting for anyone.
The thing
And
is,
then
like most people ever, like even celebrities, they just like using black people to get to where they are because they know that black people basically control the culture. You control sports, music, stuff like that. So they just use them as like a stepping stone to get to what they are. And I think that's what people were mad at about this week about Awkwafina, which is basically her just. I think the whole controversy basically was that she's using AAVA, which I really hate that term. Honestly, that's just some bullshit to me. But basically she used African American vernacular English, which is of course like I guess black people terms, quote unquote, just slang and stuff like that. They felt like she was using that just to get to where she was, and that she'd never talked to that like that until she was a celebrity.
I hate that term, a whatever AAV, because like it makes us because the black people will be so quick to be like, oh, we're not all the same black person. Like we all talk differently, we all dress differently, we all act differently, but then they'll make a term like AAVE, which basically means we all talk the same exact way. I don't use any of those words from AAVE.
Hell
So
no.
why is it just oh, if you talk like that, you have to be black? If anything, if you talk like that, you just might be where you're born from, or if and that's another thing is what they associate that with like with the ghetto, quote unquote, and like being poor and things like that. So they'll be like, oh, like I'm from a very poor community, yada yada yada, and then they'll coincide that with being black. So why is like I don't know, bro. That's why I just like the black community is just so weird and confusing. Like I love our people, I love being black, I love all that stuff, but it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why are we getting mad? Like, we get mad at the most dumbest of things. Like, why do we care about what Aquafina is doing? Like, y'all giving her more press and more publicity. If anything, she's gonna get more roles from this shit. She already got one. She's already in the MCU for like that's like the biggest role. Like, bro, come on now, man. Like, we need to focus on things that actually matter, like the whole like presidency and stuff and things like that. Not what Aquafina is talking like. Like, who cares?
Like, so you don't see the big controversy over the way she's talking or anything?
I never seen that stuff. Like I know this is not the first time they've always been like, messing with her and being like, "Oh, you talk like a black person. You try to talk like a." I understand like the whole stereotype, but like I said, that's a stereotype. Like not all black women talk like that. Not all black women are quote unquote ghetto, quote unquote loud, or whatever the case might be. Like that's not how all black women act like. So just because this person is talking like that, I understand like they might be trying to like maybe not Aquafina, but I know others might be trying to talk like that to like be a stereotypical black person or I guess black women and like trying to make fun of them or mock them and things like that. I know like a lot of people say that about like gay white men and how like they try to be like black women by talking like that too, or something like that. I don't know, like everything's like intertwined, I guess, and like mixed together with this whole situation. But to me, it's like we're just talking about stuff that doesn't matter. I mean, I guess it matters. Like I'm not trying to like just like I guess like disregard people's feelings and emotions, but at the same time, I don't see. I mean, I guess I see a problem in it, but like, I feel like it's too exaggerated. Like the main story of a day shouldn't be Aquafina is talking with AAVE. Again, I don't fuck with AAVE anyways. Like I said before, like that makes it like we're some type of monolith where we all act the same exact way. No race acts all the same exact way. Like whether it be Hispanic, Asian, or black, we all act differently. So why is the AAV just has to be like who even made that shit? Like what is it? Like what is happening?
Well, they said we couldn't use the word ebonics, or black people said that using the word ebonics wasn't the right thing to do, and all of a sudden they created AAVA, which is ebonics. It's the same exact thing.
Like the stuff is like so like it's so like this goes against the grain. It's like we're all not the same person, but let's use this term that has words that are stereotypical and not everyone says those words, and it's painted as if you're saying this stuff, you're trying to be like a black person. What black person are they trying to be like? Because we don't all talk like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was so like self conscious when I was in high school because I never used like slang, or not slang, but I guess quote unquote AAVA and stuff like that, and they would always just be like, bro, why don't you act ghetto, man? You're so white. So I was just like, bro, what the fuck am I supposed to act like? What do you mean? It's like I grew up with like a damn near like identity crisis because I never knew how to act, and I realized in like senior year I was like, bro, I'm just gonna be my fucking self. I don't give a damn about these niggas. And it was only the white people that would say that shit.
That's why I'm like, nah, because for me it was black people. Like it'll be both of them. Maybe like white people like on both sides. It'd be white people. That's why the whole code switching thing comes into play. Because like white people be like, like you don't act like them. You don't act, you're a good person. You're a good like
What
some
the?
and then black people be like you don't act like us. Like you don't talk like us. Like you talk too smart. You talk too white. Like why are you as a black person associating brilliance and smart and like this being like intelligent with white, and then associating like stupidity, ignorance with black. Like as like our own black person, that's sad. Like that's how life is.
Hell
Someone could
no.
be someone could be quote unquote very ignorant, not know how to, I guess like speak or read as best as someone else, but they might just be really, really intelligent. A lot of people like they did like maybe they did kind of ass in school and things like that, be the most like productive people when they get out of school because school is not everything. So I never got that whole thing of like, oh, you talk too white or you act too white, because that's why I'm saying this whole AV thing is so dumb because it's so counterproductive. We don't all talk the same way. We don't all act the same way. And I thought we were trying to stop that thinking. That's why even with Tyler and people like that, they're showing that even Lil Wayne, Pharrell, they're showing that you don't have to be the same black person as everyone else is. You can be a skater. You can do fashion, you can paint your nails, you can dye your hair. That's what Tyler, all these people have been trying to teach us for the last decade. I thought we've learned, but then they go make stuff like AVE and this set us back 400 years. Like, okay, whatever.
See, the thing that we'll do as like the black race is that we like for some reason going around in circles, and that's happening because like we're trapped inside the circle solely because of the white race. Like we'll get somewhere, but then all of a sudden like hey, no, we're no longer using ebonics, right? All right, yeah, let's move on from that. We'll keep moving. A white person will be like, yeah, fuck ebonics. You guys should use AAVE. Like, what's that? Like, oh, just the slang that belongs to you guys. Take the words back. And then we take AAVE and it's just ebonics. So like we moved past ebonics and then went to a full opposite side of a circle, back on the same level but further beyond in the circle, using AAVE. It's the same exact shit. Like it don't matter if we take the words back or not. Like it's still saying like, oh, if you use words like this, then you're basically lower and you're black.
Yeah, because like it's always comes down to like this, like white people are just like, even i.e. the government and things like that, just literally doing things to just make sure we can't unite and like actually do things. Like I think I saw earlier on TikTok today, it was talking about, I don't know what the video was, but one of the comments was like, no, I think it was that thing I showed you about the Mike Schultz thing or whatever, Andrew Schultz,
Yeah,
and he
Andrew
was talking
Schultz.
about, like Confederate. They're talking about the Confederate and the Confederate flag and the tearing down the statues. And then someone in the comments was like, they're like, the American government is just scared that if black people decide to just rise up one day and unite and go against them, that they would be fucked. And then someone replied to them, being like, they did, but they replied, or not replied, but they countered that by putting drugs in the black community and breaking apart the black male from the black family. I said, exactly. Like whenever we do try to actually unite against something, there's always some external factor that comes in and breaks us apart even more. That's why I even sent you that video about the whole ADHD thing, because that stuff is so true. Because when I was in school, and like all my teachers would be white female white middle-aged women, and it always like, even though I was like I'll be the smartest in the class, I think I finished like when like during 5th grade when we had like our final graduation, I was like top 3 in the school, so I was really smart in school. But they were so quick to put me on, or at least try to put me on meds for ADHD, just because I would be talking in class, and I wouldn't be talking half the time anyways. They'd just be so boring. I already be done with the work, so I just be chilling, and I just get in trouble, and then it automatically jumps to, oh, he has ADHD because he's not paying attention in class. Like, it's always some like weird thing, because when a white guy would do that in my class, it would never be, oh, you have ADHD, you can't focus in class. It'd be like, oh, like what am I doing wrong as a teacher to yada yada yada. But for me
It's
as a
never their
black
fault.
yeah, for me as a black person, there's automatically, oh, you must have a disease. Something must be wrong with you. That's why I'm so glad my mom never let them put me on meds, because it's just so crazy. And I've heard so many stories about that. Like, it's always like, even for like, it doesn't always be for black people. I know for a lot of Hispanic people, because my high school was mostly Hispanic and black people. It was the same way. So it's just like, I don't know, like, it's just for sure always some type of external. 'Cause I wouldn't be surprised if it's a white person is the one that made AAVE, because there's no way you're telling me some black person sat out there and was like, yes, let's make AAVE. Like,
That's
what?
what I'm saying. Like, no way somebody said, yeah, let's get away from Ebonics and make AAVE, which is the same exact thing.
It's so corny.
I mean, it's whatever. Like, this thing is like, racism is so. It's basically just like the one of the building platforms of America at this point. Because, like, we got out of slavery, and now there's fucking slavery in the metaverse. What the fuck is that shit? Or like slavery NFTs or whatever the fuck. Like, you know more about it than me. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
I saw it on TikTok first. I think I stitched it. I don't know. Maybe Taco sent it to me first, and Taco was like, "What the fuck is this?" I don't know if Taco sent it to me or not, but I saw that, and then you saw it on Twitter earlier, not earlier, but I think yesterday, like last night, and it's like, I don't know, like I don't know. First of all, I don't know why people are even still doing NFTs, because Taco has sent me so many like instances where people will start an NFT and it'd be going good, and then the person will just pull them, like, fuck y'all niggas, and he will
Scam
pull
the
them,
fuck out of them.
and take all their money. He like, fuck you, nerds, or some shit, and just take all their money. That shit's crazy, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. But it's like that whole slave thing is crazy. Like, and it's like literally tying in with the metaverse, which is so scary, because like they can really just, because it's like they're talking about like it being currency for the metaverse, or like having like the profit from the metaverse. And then like last night we were watching SAO. I know it's kind of like just an out thing, but we were watching SAO, which is like, a whole MMO, basically like a metaverse thing for SAO, which is sort of online for those who don't know.
Yeah.
And tell us why, like in the first, I think, episode or two, it was like the year was 2022 December, as if it's gonna be like coinciding. It's gonna come out this year in December for the metaverse, and everything is kind of like just finally falling into place. Just fucking terrifying. Well, it's not terrifying, but it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
No, I'm going straight in there. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my fucking god! I'm not going anywhere near there that have slaves. Absolutely not.
I mean, nah, I'm just gonna change my character habit to being white.
Shit. That's the thing that's what I'm saying with the metaverse. You can do whatever you want. I know me and Pam were talking about that when we talked about the whole like them like abusing children in like, and not abusing them, but like abusing the age of children in anime and making people be too old or be too young to just fit their narrative. I was saying like, I think Pan said, what's stopping someone from going into the metaverse and be doing it with like lollies and like all these young girls in the metaverse, because there's no laws in the metaverse, so they're technically not doing, quote unquote pedophilia or none of that stuff. They're just playing a game. What's stopping them? I mean, that shit's so fucking disgusting.
No, I mean, that person that I think I told y'all like 3 weeks ago that was like going around just like essaying people, he's still doing that shit.
Oh, what? Wait, what do you mean?
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's like Ring people inside the metaverse.
Oh, wait, the metaverse already exists?
I mean, it's a Facebook thing. Like you can walk around and shit.
Oh,
like he's just like, he's on a rampage, just like Ring everybody, and like they can't do anything about it because there's no rules.
what the fuck? Nah, bro, I can't. Like, so like, and everything just ties together. Like the NFTs, you got the metaverse, you got fucking like, now they're bringing slavery into it, and it's actual like this. If you go down, like, there's a website for it and everything, and then like the guy was scrolling in the video, and it was like a bunch of just black people, like you could just buy.
Fuck? Why is all this shit happening in Black History Month?
That's what I'm saying. Like the first day of the month, they went and we didn't even talk about that. The first day of the month, they went and bombed they sent bomb threats to like 9 HBCUs across America,
Oh
and
my
they had to
god.
shut down school for like 2 to 3 days. Like I mean, that's like really the end of the story, but it's just every like Black History Month. That's why I don't really give a care about Black History Month. Like I love being like I said, I love being black and stuff like that. But the month is just really just like one of those things where it's like, y'all want a month here, have a month. Like okay, like even for like I know there's a Hispanic Heritage Month. I know there's a LGBT month. Like it's one of those things they just kind of just give it to you, just kind of make you shut up as like a participation thing. Like that shit's so fucking ass.
Wait, has all of our stories today been racist?
Joe Rogan, and then
Awkwafina,
the
NFTs, Metaverse. What the fuck? I think it was everything except like Roddy Rich. And that's still kind of racist too, because they got a black man out of here. What the? No way! This is our fucking first episode of Black History Month.
Expeditiously, no way.
NFTs. 6 days
That's
in.
crazy. What the fuck? We're only 6 days in.
I mean, every month is like this. 'Cause I know last year, like leading into Black History Month, they had the insurrection when they literally went to go raid the Capitol, and that peered into February. So it's like every February, like they as soon as they hear Black History Month, they just start going crazy. They had why of all time they want to make a slavery NFT now, and now they're naming NFT niggas for trade. I'm out of here, bro.
Wait, what?
No sir, I'm out of here. Like,
No
why is that
way
the
they're
law?
actually saying that.
Yes, bro. Like, talk about some non-fungible token. Now they're saying niggas for trade. I'm gone. No sir.
Oh my fucking! We can't have not one goddamn thing, man.
And then this man sent me this thing today about all these white women talking about some. I love black men. I was like, I'm out of here, bro.
Why didn't you react to it?
I did. I love it, but my reaction was I just said what Dr. Umar said about it takes a little bit of brainwashing to activate the coon chip in the average Negro. That's what I'm going to yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You
I
said
got to vote.
3 bannable words.
This episode never going up. Fuck.
I'm posting that shit right now. Actually, I almost forgot.
What?
Yes, sir.
You're posting? No, stop. What is
How are you?
that?
I just posted it. I'm going crazy.
You already posted it for real?
Yes, I just posted it right now.
If you can say all those words but not nigga, I swear to God. Like that.
I just realized that. Yeah, you're right. Cool. Damn. Yeah. I said it. I made sure I emphasize the word too. We're about to see.
Oh my God.
Nah, TikTok, like everything is just like some like racial. I know a lot of people like, you can't bring race into it, but like everything is about race in America. Like, and it's not us. Blame the ancestors. Blame your ancestors who literally came to this world and made it everything about race from the get go. They went to the Native Americans and were like, yeah, we're white, so we're better than you. We're more pure. That was the first thing they did. You can't blame us. We didn't bro. Like race wasn't even a thing until white people were like, yeah, since we have lighter skin than y'all, we have to be better. Like who? What thought process is that? Now look at us. Now we're all fucked.
Yeah, and the fact that we still call Native Americans Indians is crazy. Or not we, but them.
Yeah, that's another crazy.
Just because they thought they landed in India like that. Ever since I found that out, I was like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? No way they're still being called Indian.
To this day, for real. And then they had to they just be doing all kinds of disrespectful shit. I know they made the team off of them, like what the Redskins and just everything. Trying to trick people in school, talking about yeah, Thanksgiving was a peace, even though they butchered them people on Thanksgiving. Like, no sir.
They never wanted to talk about that shit in school.
Absolutely not. They had to always just hide the truth of the history.
Jesus Christ. I apologize. We started off with such a fucking racist episode. I really didn't even notice that shit until we were already an hour and 20 minutes in. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Ain't no damn way this is all race topics, but I mean, you know how they be doing this, but let's Taco Jazz. You got anything else? You good?
We really covered everything and it just had to be about race time. That's crazy.
I'm saying, like, what the fuck? All right, well, this has been the Here and Now. Appreciate you guys for listening through. We'll try not to talk about anything racist next week, but love you. Thank you for sticking through. Appreciate you guys. See you next week. What the fuck? That was some different shit. Hell nah.
No.
Wait, so